Millions of cross-border transactions happen simultaneously across the modern global economy. Navigating the regulatory friction of these transactions requires immense operational precision. Payoneer provides the infrastructure that powers global digital brands like Google and Amazon. They also streamline commerce for millions of small businesses and marketplaces, managing a physical and logistical scale that spans 200 countries and territories. Supporting this volume creates a significant operational bottleneck. The company relies on more than 350 customer care associates, operating around the clock in a 24/7 global support model. These associates must stay continuously compliant with hundreds of shifting financial regulations. If a local central bank suddenly revises its rules to require signed statements for all money transfers, every relevant employee must internalize that update immediately. Failing to remember and apply localized rule changes in real time exposes both the client and the company to massive legal and financial liability. Payoneer initially managed regulatory updates through daily face-to-face shift briefings. Managers would verbally relay new laws and procedures to customer care agents before they logged on. Once the department grew from a single office into a distributed global team operating across multiple time zones, this analog approach broke down. The standard corporate reflex for a training challenge at this scale is to deploy a learning management system. This flowchart illustrates why that architecture fails in a high-velocity environment. An LMS is designed to push heavy, long-form courses for record-keeping and certification, creating bottlenecks when deployed for rapid, daily retention. Effective microlearning functions as a continuously deployed, engineered architecture of spaced retrieval. To solve global scaling constraints, organizations have to stop viewing microlearning as a duration constraint and treat it as a cognitive system. The first requirement of Payoneer's new architecture was speed. They needed to cut the development and deployment time for new learning content from hours down to minutes. The learning and development team uses standardized templates to rapidly convert dense legal and credit compliance updates into highly digestible daily text bursts. But having employees click through a few paragraphs of text creates a false sense of security. Passive reading is insufficient for strict regulatory compliance. To lock in the information, we look at Hermann Ebbinghaus, a 19th century researcher whose studies form the basis of modern memory science. This chart shows the Ebbinghaus forgetting curve, demonstrating how rapidly the human brain loses information without active intervention. Payoneer combats this by forcing immediate retrieval practice. Administering a short quiz immediately after a text module interrupts the forgetting process. Immediate retrieval practice necessitates active cognitive assimilation, forcing the brain to anchor the information before it can fade. Mandatory daily training loops carry an inevitable behavioral risk. The process quickly devolves into a chore. A younger workforce accustomed to rapid feedback and engaging formats easily becomes disengaged by rote repetition. That leads to delayed completion and lower retention on post-session quizzes. Payoneer solved this engagement vacuum by partnering with a vendor to build a gamified microlearning platform. Each associate operates from a specialized user dashboard featuring a race car theme. They track their progress by advancing a car along a track as they hit specific learning milestones. The platform relies on a tight feedback loop, awarding instant points and badges for success on post-learning assessments. These badges indicate specific levels of mastery and generate social status, which Payoneer amplifies by displaying race progression and leaderboards on monitors in common areas. Gamification provides the vital psychological engine that ensures the continuous engagement required for a daily microlearning habit to survive. While the associate focuses on the mobile interface, the architecture also operates upwards, serving team managers. A functional learning and development architecture must offer leadership real-time visibility to mitigate organizational risk. Quiz results flow directly into a managerial dashboard, tracking real-time completion and performance levels. This allows managers to pinpoint exactly which policies are misunderstood and use this precise data to execute relevant one-on-one coaching for struggling employees. By spotting wider trends and misunderstood topics across the global team, the L&D department can continuously optimize future learning items before they become compliance issues. This bidirectional data flow creates a predictive compliance diagnostic engine, allowing leadership to visualize and address knowledge gaps as they emerge. This chart compares Payoneer's training metrics before and after implementation. Deployment time for new content was cut by more than half, employees are 9% more likely to log in daily, and assessment success rates jumped from 82 to 90%. Selecting and applying microlearning as a precise tool within this taxonomy achieves the long-term behavioral change required for global compliance. The delivery technologies for this architecture are already moving beyond the smartphone screen and into spatial computing. Virtual reality is currently being deployed for pensive microlearning. Companies use 3 to 4 minute VR sessions to place senior executives in highly realistic, immersive environments to encourage focused strategic reflection. Augmented reality offers the next frontier for performance-based microlearning, layering necessary information directly over the physical workspace. Mainstream gaming applications like Pokémon Go have already proven the technical viability of projecting digital assets into the real world. As the hardware evolves, performance training will integrate directly into everyday eyeglasses, projecting step-by-step overlays and turn-by-turn instructions directly into the user's field of vision. While the delivery architecture evolves from physical briefings to mobile dashboards to augmented reality, the biological mechanisms of how human beings acquire knowledge remain static.